You have no audio, bub.
All right, try
You're
again.
back. You're back.
Welcome to the Double D podcast. My name is Derek, and this is my co-host, as always, Dalton. As you can tell already, we are live. Things go wrong sometimes. This is episode 15, talking sports in Purdue, where we're bringing you some new episodes every week. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, turn on bell notifications, so you can catch us when we do go live moving forward. Helps us also engage with you guys and grow this channel. This episode will be a very special one, as we do have Purdue basketball player Aaron Fine joining us tonight. He'll be on here in about 15 minutes. I know I'm incredibly excited to talk with Aaron, learn a little bit about him, a little bit about Purdue. Dalton, how excited are you? What are you most interested in learning about our preferred walk-on Aaron Fine?
Hey, man, I'm absolutely stoked to have Aaron on the podcast. Could not be more excited. Just thrilled to have him on, see what he's about, what life is like for him. It's going to be a fun one, and we'll make it a good time. Um, you know, this is kind of a big step for us, so we're really excited to have him on and, interact with our folks that watch us on a normal basis. Um, and that's pretty much what I got.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got some good questions lined up for him, and if anybody is already in here or gets in here and sees this part, definitely get in there and give us some ideas on some questions to ask. We have some, but we're going to try to get to what we can. We obviously he has limited time, and we have to be careful with his time and considerate of his time. So, super excited to get rolling, and hopefully everything goes swimmingly. We are trying out some new software, if you can't tell. So, hoping that it goes as planned, as according to plan.
That's probably the thing I'm the most nervous about. I'm excited to talk to Aaron. I am actually nervous about using this new software. It's like we're learning, we're trying to get better. So this is a big upgrade for us. We're switching to Riverside FM. If you're familiar with the podcast space, this is a big step for us. We were on Zoom forever, but there's so much more functionality to this platform, and we're just stoked to be growing and learning and getting better and trying to bring you a better product.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm excited. I know Aaron does a lot of community work around the area. He ran a little basketball camp and stuff, so pretty excited to get to talk to him a little bit about that. Some of his personal interests, some funny little weird questions. Hopefully, he's got a little insight to some of the guys on the team. And he came in with that. For anybody who doesn't realize it, he redshirted last year, but he came in with that big class of Jakari, CJ, DJ, Raleigh. So he's generally, when you come in with a big class like that, you become buddies with all those guys and you get some insight. And
Insidium chat popping off.
Yeah, Insidium Fine. He'll be on at about 7:15. We're just kind of on here, just kind of chatting, talking around. Getting any questions that anybody might want to bring up or try to get us to ask here when he does pop on.
Shout out to the wife for jumping on. Said the quality looks good. Really excited about that. Apparently, Riverside FM is supposed to, make our quality a lot better as far as the video goes. I don't know about audio. Jameson, what's up?
Oh yeah, he's been my 10-year-old son's been excited all day to be on. I'll watch this and get in the chat and talk to all the people that are hopefully going to be watching. So,
I like this. We have the chat in this, so it's a lot better in that aspect. I don't know if you see that, Derek. You can pull up the chat in here.
Oh yeah, there it is. Cool. That's really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, no, it's very gracious of him to give us his time. I mean, obviously he's as busy. He's in school. We were supposed to do this yesterday, and he had a final to do or something. So we're really excited that he gave us this opportunity and gave us this time, and hopefully it leads to more guests down the road, or if we can talk him into doing this on a more regular basis. We can get Fine Fridays or something fun like that. He's he's a character. I've watched some of the interviews he has done and stuff, and he's a really good dude. You can just tell by talking to him. Got a big family, very family oriented. So
first game, hopefully of many games. Yeah, that's what we're hoping, man. I like he got his first bucket. So super stoked for him. We were there to watch that. It was incredible, man. The crowd went nuts. Probably the loudest the crowd was all night.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize Aaron Fine's not just your regular walk-on. I mean, this guy was an Indiana All-Star. He's a heck of a basketball player, and hopefully he gets an opportunity down the line. Obviously, there's a little crowded at the point guard right now, but there'll be a lot more minutes available in the near future. So I do think he's a great player to have in practice and have around because he's a hard worker. He's a basketball junkie, and it's exciting that we have players like this. I'm pretty positive he's a Purdue kid. We'll ask him about that. Sounded like he wasn't too fond of Indiana, which I can appreciate, and I truly enjoy that. So
we are not too fond of it either.
Not a huge fan of the old Hoosiers.
Yeah, that's true in Sydney. I mean, to walk on at Purdue, you got to be a special level of crazy, man. I'm telling you, because I've heard from everybody that talks about paint practices, not for the faint of heart. So,
yeah, I can only imagine. They talked about that in the podcast with Braden and Sleepers about Jack Benner. He's been banging with TKR, for 2 years now, and TKR was doing the same thing with Edie. So TKR is trying to take some of that out. Now I'm the big guy. I'm gonna beat up on somebody now. So I can only imagine what some of these walk-ons go through on a day-to-day basis because they're trying to the starters and stuff. They're trying to expose these guys and make highlight tapes on them, and I got a feeling some of these walk-ons get the best of them from time to time.
Oh, for sure, dude. I mean, I believe that, and then they pay for it maybe down the line a little bit. You get one over, you hit a three in their face or make them run or something. It's but I think with Aaron, it's like he could possibly work his way into a Grady Eifert role. I mean, where he's
100%.
playing, he puts in the work, he goes after it, goes hard. There's no reason why he can't. Indiana All-Star, the dude averaged like 18 points a game at Noblesville. I mean, it's exciting, to get to talk to just anybody that's gone through the Purdue program at all.
Yeah, it's not like just because you're a walk-on, it's a free ride. I mean, you got to put in the same work that all the starters do, and you've got to prove yourself because there's plenty of guys that would love to come walk on and be a part of that Purdue program. So,
right. I guess. What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts for our Oakland in the last while we wait on Aaron? 5 minutes.
No, I did see one of the guys on their team. I think it's the guy who didn't play with Michigan. Can't remember his name, but he's like the preseason player of the year in that conference. So I expect that feller to be pretty good. It's a Friday night game. I'm excited for that. I love weekend games. They're the best. You can actually have some fun and not have to worry about waking up and going to work in the morning. So it's always a benefit, but don't have a ton really. It should be a pretty laid back as far as stress level goes, but in the end, it's still a game you got to go in. You got to put your best foot forward and win. I assume TKR won't be playing again, so we'll get a bunch of Benter and hopefully Murphy again to kind of see what they can do, which I think is great for those guys just to get that real time action early on and get confidence, build some confidence. I expect another huge game out of Lawyer. I do think Braden's going to come out ready to light the world on fire.
Yeah, he just started his big new podcast and everything.
Oh yeah,
that was
great
awesome
to
listen to. Yeah,
It was.
I mean, Greg and Carter do a great job running that. It was very interesting. Like like you said though, sometimes he gets into his post game mode. Like he can't say too much about the game plan or whatever. I mean, especially against good teams. I mean, against Oakland, is it gonna matter? You know,
Yeah. Yeah, but
but
this seems like a game for him. He's going to come out and look to get his own. He's also going to distribute. I mean, we just have so many shooters. This Oakland team runs a wild, wild zone. It's like a 1-3-1 that falls into a 2-3, but it's not a very good zone, to be honest. So we should be able to exploit. I mean, Michigan put up 1 billion points on them. I would think it's going to be a slower pace than Michigan. Michigan plays a little quicker than us, but in the end, I still think we're going to have fun. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I'll put it
yeah,
that way.
like you think we'll hang a 3-digit on them?
I think we could. I hope we do. I
Why?
really do.
When is the last time we hung 3 digits?
We usually, I know we did last year at one point. We usually do. Heck, if we would have kept playing in that Michigan game last year, we probably would have hung 150 on them.
Wish we would have.
But we usually get one in the preseason, so I expect tomorrow. If we have a chance to get one, it's probably tomorrow, or I think we play like Eastern Illinois, who's not very good.
Right.
We could have a similar situation. So
Have you been looking at tickets for Friday?
yeah, they've dropped a little bit. They're down to about $50.
Really?
Yeah, at
It's
least
fair
at least when I
enough.
looked earlier today.
They were like 100 yesterday. I was so mad, dude.
It's all ebbs
Oakland.
and flows with Purdue tickets. I mean, there's such high demand, but also like early, a lot of those are just scalpers trying to get as much as they can out of them. And
Right, or resellers that posted their price. Like they want,
yes,
I'm trying to get 150 out of these 24th row section 103s, you know. Not a bad seat in Mackey. If you haven't gone, you should go. It's a real experience. I'm sure people in here have all been. If you're watching us, you're probably deep into Purdue lore. So,
ain't
um,
that the truth?
yeah, it's that is tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow. I believe it's a
Today is
7 o'clock
today's
game.
Thursday. That's wild, man.
I know with it getting dark so early, my whole brain's just confused about everything.
Blake's in the building. What's up, Blake? We
Oh,
love
Merrick
having
Jones
Blake.
volleyball game into basketball game. I know there's a lot of volleyball fans, Purdue volleyball fans out there. They got a good team. I mean, I'm pretty happy about.
Kylie B89, huge into Purdue lore. That's funny. Oh yeah, perfect Friday. That's Mr. Spoiler Maker in the building.
Oh yeah. Spoiler maker. I'm
Man,
supposed to tell Aaron Fine that the spoiler maker's his homie, redheaded homie.
redheaded homies. We're getting close. We're under a minute.
Hopefully he shows up. Doesn't ghost us. He wouldn't do that to us, would he?
I don't think so, man. Man, the chat would go nuts.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys are a bunch of fakers making.
There he
Aaron,
is.
Hey, what's up, guys?
what up?
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, man, we appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us. We truly appreciate
Yeah,
it.
of course.
Yeah, value your time too. So if you have to run at any point, just let us know. You're a Noblesville native. You averaged 18 points in high school, and you were an Indiana All-Star, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Yeah,
was.
yeah, awesome. You accepted a preferred walk-on at Purdue, and now you've spent a year redshirting, integrating into the program, into the culture. I just want to start by talking a little bit about your journey from Noblesville to West Lafayette and dig into the experience of the program going into your second year. But before we get into that, I got two quick questions. How'd that test go last night? Did you ace it?
I think I did. Me and Jakari are actually in that class together. So, we went over there, took the test.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think we did well. Hopefully we did well. The exams are a pretty big part of our grade in that class. So.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Happy to hear it. And then my second quick one, did you dress up for Halloween?
Yeah, I did. A lot of the guys, a lot of the younger guys together, hung out with our girlfriends too. We all went out together, so it was pretty fun. Pretty
Okay.
chill night, but yeah, I did.
Good deal. What were you?
I was technically I really don't even know what I was honestly, but my girlfriend was Cupid, so I just threw on some red. I think I was supposed to be love or something. I don't really know.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. All right, growing up in Noblesville, like, who were some of the people or like moments that made you think, man, I want to play college basketball. I can do this at the highest level. And then, like, what led you to Purdue specifically? Has that always been a goal of
Mhm.
yours?
Yeah, it has been. I think my basketball journey started with me was my dad was actually a coach in high school at Muncie Central for a while. So I actually grew up in Muncie and moved to Noblesville for high school.
Okay.
But growing up in Muncie, my dad was a coach. He had a bunch of great teams. He actually they made it to back-to-back state titles in
Oh, wow.
'05 and '06, and they got beat by Greg Oden and Mike Conley both
Oh,
years.
Oh
So
wow.
I mean, yeah, they ran into some pretty tough competition, but I think it all really started then. And then growing up with like college basketball, my dad has actually known Coach Painter for a while, being with them both being around Muncie. Coach Painter's from Muncie, went to Delta, which is right outside
yeah.
Muncie Central. Um, so just them known together. I grew up watching Purdue basketball. I actually watched a lot of Michigan State. Those were my two favorite teams growing up, and just watching those guys. Like more recently, like Carson Edwards, Jaden Ivey, but like even going back to like Etuan Moore and those guys, like obviously they were great players and they're really fun to watch.
Awesome. Was there like a coach that kind of changed your trajectory? Was it your dad, or was there somebody else that maybe influenced you into becoming the player that you are today?
Yeah, I think most of it was my dad because I'm getting coached 24/7 by
Oh,
him,
yeah.
and at times it was tough, but like I'm so thankful for it because he's really helped me grow as a person and a player. Besides my dad, though, I mean, my high school coaches were great. Coach McClellan, who was there now, who was my coach from sophomore to senior year, and then Coach Peckinpah, who was my coach my freshman year before he moved to Kokomo. Both those guys really just helped shape me and pushed me to be my best. That sounds really cliche, but it's true. Like they really like challenged me, and they thought that I could be a great player, and they did everything that they could to make me into that.
Awesome.
Heck yeah, man. Hey, I'm Dalton Aaron, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm the co-host. I heard you ran into my sister on campus the other day.
Yeah, I did. I was coming
That's
out of
pretty wild.
yeah, I was coming out of Fuse, which is where I live.
Right on.
Walking to Mackey for a workout at that point, I think, with one of our GAs, and she stopped me, said hello, introduced herself, and just mentioned that I was hopping on the podcast. I was like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Yeah, it was nice meeting her.
Right on, man. So I want to dive into you came to Purdue as a preferred walk-on.
Mm-hmm.
What is the difference between like a standard walk-on and a preferred walk-on? Can you break
Um,
that down for us?
I don't. I really don't know, honestly. I think walk on you would have to try out for the team, and so preferred Coach Painter just he offered me the spot. He said well, you got a spot here if you want to come and take the opportunity to walk on. Make us better, make yourself better, try to get better, and he gave me the opportunity, and I was super excited to do that.
Heck yeah, man. If you had to give one reason to future recruits or any recruits out there looking at Purdue, why Purdue? Why
Uh huh.
why come here?
Um, I think the easiest answer that a lot of people will say is like the culture. Like a lot of people talk about it and like they're like, oh yeah, like they say that, but it's really true. Like the culture here is amazing. We have the best coaching staff in the nation, and I'm really not just saying that just because I'm here. And like it's true. Like Coach Painter's super smart. He's a great guy, and all of our assistants the same way. Paul Lusk, Terry Johnson, Brandon Brantley, PJ Thompson, Sasha Stanovich, and even our GAs, Carson and Isaiah. Like all those guys, You know, they want you to be the best and they want to win. So, you know, they're going to do everything to make you the best. They're going to do everything to win.
Right on.
That's awesome. I heard, and I don't know if this is true, so you have to confirm that you're a sneakerhead. Is that correct?
Yeah, I am. Yes, yes.
Oh, cool, cool.
My shoe collection goes very deep.
So what's like your favorite pair of shoes that you own or like have the most meaning to you?
uh, um, I really like the Kobe's, and actually the Sabrina's too. Those are probably my two biggest like basketball shoes right now. I'd probably say my favorite Kobe's though are the Kobe eights.
Oh yeah.
I really like those because like they're really low to the ground, you know, and like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like pretty shifty and like I really like those. So I'd probably say the honestly the butterfly ones, the GGs that they got us
Oh yeah.
last year. Those were um like my first like I'd already had Kobe's in high school, but those were the first ones that they gave us, and I really always liked those.
Heck yeah, man. My son just got Sabrina's. He's 10, so
Okay, yeah,
he's
yeah,
gonna be happy to hear that.
yeah. I love the Sabrinas.
Who's got the best shoe game on the team outside of yourself, obviously?
Probably Braden.
Yeah.
Braden's got a ton of six shoes, and honestly, like he'll pull stuff out. I'm like, man, those are sick, and I'll go get something like that. Like, but he's more like all around. I wouldn't say he has many Kobe's as I do. Another guy with a lot of like really cool Kobe's is Jack Benner. He's got a lot of cool shoes.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd probably say that the top three are Braden, Jack, and me.
Awesome.
Sweet. I heard you're really involved with charities and have even ran basketball camps.
Mm,
Do you have any charity events coming up this year? Are you planning on running any more basketball camps?
yeah, next year after the season's over, I'm gonna try to have my own basketball camp. I've been training. I do a lot of trainings back in Noblesville. Just trying to help like my local community, like help those kids, you know, because I mean they grew up watching me, you know, for 4 years at
Yeah.
Noblesville. So I mean they look up to me, and which is pretty cool, you know, being able to help them. And then another thing that I would always try to help and give back to is I'm a type 1 diabetic. So anytime that I can help other diabetics, you know, I've met a lot of people through Purdue. Me and Will Berg, who is also a diabetic, went
Yeah.
to a foundation last year and had a great time, you know. So anything I could do to help with that I would love to do.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I saw that. How does that like affect you on a day-to-day basis being a high-level athlete?
Yeah, so I mean, I pretty much live a normal life. I just got to take some extra steps, like you know, making sure I give myself insulin for everything that I eat, making sure that I don't go low during practices or games or workouts or anything like that. Taking a quick snack. Yeah, I mean, I can eat anything that I want to. It comes with extra steps, which can be annoying sometimes, but I can still live a normal life, which is awesome.
Yeah, that is really
Sweet.
good, man. Happy to hear that. Noticed in high school you wore number 3, and your brother wears number 3 for Noblesville now. Obviously at Purdue you wear 6. There's some pretty big shoes to fill in that number 3 spot right now.
Yeah,
Once Braden hits the road, are you planning on taking that number over?
I would love to, you know, but hopefully he wins National Player of the Year and they retire it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to wear number 3, but hopefully I can't.
Is there a story about why you wore number 3 growing up?
Yeah. So my brother actually wears 2, and there's a meaning behind
Oh,
that I'll get to here in a second. Um, but growing up, I always wore 32. That was my dad's number in high school.
okay.
I was like, man, like my dad was a bigger guy. He was a 4-man. I was like, 32's not. I know Magic wore it. 32's not really a point guard number. So I took 3, and my brother wears 2, and we're both kind of like two
That's
halves
cool.
of his number.
That's cool.
Yeah. Um, I guess could you dive in a little bit on, what Painter expects out of the players, like in preparations or,
Hmm.
what he's asking you to contribute on a day-to-day basis to the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Painter expects you to play your hardest. He expects you to be prepared mentally and physically. And I wouldn't say that he expects perfection because that's impossible, but he wants you to do your absolute best. And on a day-to-day basis, that just means like coming in, getting workouts, getting extra shots up with the GAs. Now that's something a lot of schools will require, but Purdue doesn't require it because it's expected. Like you should if he's recruiting you, he should expect you to get that extra work in because if you want to play, you got to do that. You got to improve your game, and you got to be able to improve the team. So that's one thing, getting extra shots up, and just from me as a scout team guy right now, just helping those guys, and obviously I'm trying to help myself and competing against them, but I'm also trying to get them better. Going against somebody like Braden every day in practice, I'm trying to give him the best look that he can to prepare him to win.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely. You guys, you're the number one team in the country. Congratulations for one on that, on being part
Thank
of that.
you. Yeah.
You mentioned the scout team. What's it like when you're on the scout team against the preseason national player of the year? I assume you match up with him at times. And
Yeah.
do you ever get the best of those guys in practice? Is there any like banter or John back and forth going on?
That's funny because there's a lot of smack talking between me, Braden, and Omer, and most of it's fun
Yeah.
stuff, like I'll tell Omer like, oh, I clamped you up today in practice or something like that. We'll go back and forth, but it's the fun part of competing. We're all competitors here, so we want to compete to make ourselves better and make each other better, and I think that there are definitely, obviously, days where they'll kick my ass, and then there'll be days where hopefully I can get them back. Just trying to get better overall. That's the goal.
Yeah, it's got to be exciting getting to play against a guy like Braden, to be able to learn from him, and even Omer coming from overseas, he probably brings a different perspective as well.
Yes, he does. Yeah, yeah, yep.
I guess most people, like outsiders like us, we don't know what a practice is like at Purdue. You know, what is one thing you wish people understood about a painter practice? That maybe we have no idea about that goes on. Like conditioning or drills, things like that. What is
Yeah, yeah.
something people should understand?
Well, from a physical standpoint, I would say that like it's a lot harder than a lot of people think it is. Like people don't necessarily understand the physical toll that it takes on you. So just getting like extra treatment and stuff like that, and make sure you're eating healthy. Like it's super important. Like a lot of people harp on it, but it's really is like a big deal playing college basketball. And then just another part of it is like Painter, like he has some great quotes in practice. I'll say that. So it's enjoyable in that sense too.
Yeah. You got your first bucket the other night, man. We were there to see it. Stoked for you, like
Appreciate
absolutely.
it.
We got freaking loud for that. Did anybody call you or did anybody like step out or email or text you to say, "Hey, man, big buckets, congrats," or anything like that?
Yeah, just some people that I know from growing up. Some of my older role models, whether that be my parents, parents' friends, old coaches, stuff like that. A lot of people reached out, but I think that like I think a lot of people. I mean, I don't want to sound cocky at all, but I think a lot of people expected that of me. Um, just when they were being around me, one of the first things they said was like, we had no doubt that you can go and do something like that. Like you can go compete there. So, I mean, just getting that reassurance from them felt great too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an advocate of yours and always say that you're not like most walk-ons out there. I saw you play in high school and really impressed with your game. And I know you'll find a path to get on this team and get on the floor. And, that lob you threw to DJ in the scrimmage was electric. We were over there as well. That was pretty sweet. I do want to talk a little bit about the guys that you came in with when you were a freshman. I know you have some history in AAU and youth basketball with Benner. You guys played against each other, with each other. What's that relationship like with him now? And what have you seen out of him, being together at Purdue?
Yeah, I mean, Jack Benner is one of my best friends here. He's a great guy. He's really fun to hang out with. and just growing up with him, playing against him, playing with him. I was honestly really proud of him the other night. I thought he played really well. I was rooting for him, and I'm excited that he found his way to, into the starting lineup, even with TK out. And I just think that we also last year we redshirted together, so we were on scout team together, lifted together the whole time, hanging out a ton, and just being able to see him take that next step was really cool to see and inspiring for me too.
Yeah, I've heard Jack is a heck of a golfer, and I heard recently you'd said that you were getting into golf. So is he kind of what got you into golf?
Yeah, Jack and Raleigh are actually both like huge golfers. Like those guys are good. Jack is really 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 good, but Jack, Raleigh, and then Sam are all really pretty good golfers. So sometimes they'll let me tag along. Hopefully, I don't slow them down too much.
Oh yeah, I've golfed my whole life, man. So it was really cool to see that you were big into golf. So
Yeah.
to follow the train of thought with the guys you came in with, obviously it was a huge class with Jakari, CJ, Daniel, Raleigh. How was the relationship with all those guys in that class, and how has that really helped you get acclimated and settled in coming in with so many guys?
Yeah, I'm thankful that I got to come in with so many guys because we've all really just become brothers. I knew Raleigh from prior playing AAU with him. So he was actually my teammate for 2 years on Indiana Elite. So just coming in with somebody I knew with him and Jack was awesome. And then meeting CJ, Jakari, and Daniel. Like they're just really fun guys to be around and good guys. Jakari's one of my roommates, and uh, we've become really close. Me and CJ are close. Me and Daniel play Fortnite together almost every night. Just it's been cool to come in with such a big class and grow together.
Awesome.
Cool, man. So I don't know how much time you have, but we've got some rapid fire questions. Just first thing that comes to mind, we'll hit you with them. You hit us back.
Okay.
If you want to talk on it, feel free to do so, man. So we'll start. Best dunker on the team.
I mean Daniel. Daniel or Jack? Jack has cooler stuff. Daniel just dunks everything.
Funniest guy on the team.
Jack or CJ?
Oh wow.
Right on. Most likely to forget something important when you guys travel.
Raleigh or Sam King?
Right on. Who's the best dressed?
Braden.
Braden. Worst, if you want to go there.
Worst dressed. I'm sorry, Trey. Trey just pulls up ready to hoop, man. He'll wear his basketball shoes to the gym, his hoop socks. I mean, he's ready to hoop whatever.
We'd expect that. Who is the most likely to end up coaching after their career's over?
I would say I'm pretty likely to end up coaching, but if not me, Fletcher. Fletcher's brother and his dad are both into it, so I think that's something he would definitely consider.
Heck yeah. Most likely to rage quit at a video game.
Braden.
Great.
I can
that
see
makes
that.
sense. Who's the least likely to survive out in the woods alone?
Sam King.
Sam King. The most likely to be late because they are fixing their hair.
Antoine.
Antoine.
I don't even have to hear the rest of the question. Antoine. He's most likely to be late to anything for any reason.
Fair enough, man.
That's
Derek,
good to hear.
You want to throw some?
Yeah, I got a couple for you too.
All right.
Your parents are both teachers. If you weren't playing basketball, what job would you do?
I'm thinking about either doing coaching basketball or doing medical sales. I was recently introduced to it by a person who's a big donor to Purdue, and it sounds pretty interesting. So something I would definitely consider doing.
Cool. What's your go-to late night food spot in West Lafayette?
Wings, etc.
Okay. Hey.
Cheesecake bites.
Those are fire.
Those are fire. We reviewed those live on the podcast one day. If you could trade places with any Purdue athlete that's not a basketball player, who would it be?
Ooh, Ryan Brown. I think it'd be pretty cool to be a quarterback.
Oh yeah, head honcho guy. What's your favorite moment inside of Mackey, whether that was a player, as a recruit, or even as a fan when you were younger?
Ooh, that's a good question. Recently, I'd say Zach's 3 was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Screw IU.
That was awesome.
Amen.
Against IU and everything. That was nuts.
Yeah.
That was nuts. It was needed. Kind of a crazy one here. If Coach Painter had a TikTok, what kind of videos would he post?
Probably vlogs or whatever. He likes ranting. Coach Painter like rants sometimes, and he always drops good quotes. So
oh yeah,
I'd say that
he's the quote master.
for sure.
Are there any pet peeves that Painter has that you just can't help but do?
Oh, I don't. Coach Payne will get mad sometimes when like he's talking about something in a drill, and then like you won't realize he'll stop for a second, and you won't realize if he's done or not, and he'll start doing the drill, and he's not done, and then he'll just like look at you like you're stupid, and it's always funny. I mean, I caught myself doing that many times, and I'm like, well, crap.
If you had to eat one food for every meal, what would it be?
Chicken and rice.
Oh heck yeah. Best Purdue fraternity.
Not a big going out to frats guys, but I got quite a few buddies in both AGR and Farmhouse.
Farmhouse.
Awesome. And last one of this rapid fire, is Purdue winning the national title this year?
Hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Amen.
Love to hear that.
Let's go.
We only got a couple things left. If you're cool with it, just a couple blind rankings real quick, and then we have a couple questions from some people who watch the show a lot. So
okay.
First blind ranking, just out of 5. This will be basketball road trip must-haves. So what do you have to have when you guys go on a road trip?
Okay.
What do you have to take with you? We'll start out with headphones.
3.
Perfect. Your jersey warm-up shoes.
1. I mean, you gotta have that.
You gotta have it. Video game console.
I'll be fine without it, even though I love playing video games. So probably 5.
Okay. So we got 2 and 4 available. Toothbrush, toiletries.
4. You can buy that where you go if you don't bring it. I think something big is gonna be number 2.
It is, and last is your phone.
Yeah. 2.
Gotta have that. So
gotta have
you gotta have. So we did the top 5 must-haves on a trip, where your jersey, obviously your attire, your phone, headphones, toothbrush, and video games. Sorry.
Video games. Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty solid.
I think that's pretty good. And Dalton,
Right,
I think, has one too.
Yeah, I made up one. This one, it's going to be the best Big Ten arenas, not including Mackey, because, clearly it's
Mackey's number 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's no competition. We'll start out with Breslin Center, Michigan State.
I'd probably put Breslin in as number 1. I grew up. Purdue was my number 1. Michigan State was my number 2. I just love Painter and Izzo. I think they're both great coaches. So yeah, I'd probably put Breslin as number 1. It was a really fun arena to play at last year.
All right, heck yeah, man. The Izzone pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was. It was. They were chirping.
Wow, man. We've got another Michigan school, Chrysler Center.
I'm trying to think of all the arenas. We're going to 5. I'll put that at 4. It wasn't bad. It was just like I think they were carried by the fact that it was like a top 15 matchup. I think that their fans were good, but I just think that there are cooler arenas out there too.
Some might call it Mackey North.
Uh-huh.
We've got next up Jersey Mike's Rutgers.
Rutgers. Yeah. Rutgers isn't bad, but I'll probably put that at 5.
5. All right. Next up, we've got Matthew Knight Arena in Oregon.
Oregon.
You've got
That's Mackey West. So 3.
3. All right. And then we have our last one, Assembly Hall.
Assembly Hall is probably 2. It would be 2 if I even got to rank all of them. It's a cool place. I mean, I'm not an IU fan, obviously. Never have been. But it's a cool place. And there's obviously that Purdue rivalry there. Sorry, can't speak. There's obviously that rivalry there. And that just makes it even better. You know, it was super loud in there. Yeah, I mean, I wish we came out and win last year, but we will this year.
You got it. You killed your ranking on that. I think you'll like it. It's Breslin Assembly Hall, the Matthew Knight Arena, Chrysler Center, and then Jersey Mike's. How do you feel about that?
I'd say that's pretty solid. I was thinking that Illinois was going to be there instead of Oregon. I would have put Illinois at 3, Michigan at 4, and then Matthew Knight at 5. But I would say it's a solid ranking.
Right on, man.
Yeah, I think you pretty well killed the blind rankings. You know, sometimes those go horribly wrong, and sometimes they go really well.
Yeah.
A couple last questions here, just from people that have asked us to ask you some questions. Pick a couple. Blake Widmer from the chat said, "You're a really talented point guard. You probably could have gone somewhere else and been a starter, gotten some big time minutes. What are the values that made it worth it for you to go to Purdue and stay at Purdue and fight for that time?"
You know, first of all, I'm a big bettor on myself. So I wanted to bet on myself, you know, take this chance and try to get better and hopefully earn playing time here, an opportunity here. But besides that, it was very intriguing to come in and compete with Braden Smith for 2 years. Obviously, there's that. And then just learning from all these guys, you know, Coach Painter, PJ has really helped me, and obviously the whole coaching staff. But learning from PJ, who played here, Braden, who's obviously playing here right now and competing against him, and just all the other guys, you know, it was really intriguing to me once I got that opportunity.
Awesome, man. And then one of your managers, Peyton Townsend on X, I don't know if you saw this, he wants to know how helpful the managers have been at helping you make the leap to college basketball.
Well, first of all, Peyton's my guy. He's from Noblesville. So he was a manager at Noblesville. But, I mean, the managers do a great job. They're helping rebound whenever we have workouts with the GAs. You text them, and some of those guys will come in late at night with you if you want to get extra shots up. And, you know, they're really helpful. And they're great guys. You know, we hang out with a couple of them, quite a few of them. And, like, they're really dependable. They're a big part of the program that not everybody really, like, takes into account.
Yeah, I'd definitely say they're the underappreciated heroes of a basketball program.
For sure.
And then my son, he's 10 years old. He had a question. He loves to play basketball. You know, he thinks about it constantly. What advice would you give kids that are around that age that aspire to play at that next level?
Yeah, this is one thing that I've told to a lot of the kids that I train to. It's really like just about having the ball in your hands as much as you can, and like working on ball handling. Whether that could be 15 to 20 minutes a day, that'll help a ton. I have a little sister right now, and I make her text me that she does her ball handling every single day, making sure she does that. So I just say keeping a ball in your hands every single day, and like you're young, man. If you're not the best player now, that's not a big deal. Like I grew a ton between my 7th grade and freshman years. You know, I wasn't great when I was a kid, and I'm not saying I ended up being like an amazing player. I mean, but I would say I ended up being pretty good, and that's just like just staying with it and keep working. You know.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He just responded in the chat. Okay, bet. He'll listen to exactly what you said, and I promise you he'll do it. He's an addict. You have a pretty big family. This is kind of my last question, and then
Yeah.
we have one final one. But you have a big family. A lot of them play basketball. Your dad's a coach. Your brother plays. Your sister you talked about. How competitive do you guys get when you're at home in the backyard or whatever shooting hoops?
Oh, it's the most competitive stuff you've ever seen. It breaks out in a fight sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm the most competitive out of everyone. I mean, me, my dad, we're all competitive. Actually, we're all competitive, but I hate losing, man. I hate losing. So I take that stuff very seriously. Um, in anything that we do, it doesn't even have to just be basketball. You know, me and my two younger sisters, we could be playing me like anything. Like we recently went on a family trip to Gatlinburg, and there was cornhole at our hotel, and you would have thought that was Game 7.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Last question here from the chat. What did you think about Lawyer's 203? What's it like just being around and watching a guy like that who can shoot the ball like he can?
Yeah, I mean he's inspirational. You know, he takes his craft very seriously. He is always in the gym getting extra shots up. He's always taking care of his body. And just like he's always preparing himself to, you know, like win, be the best, and get better. And I'd say he's definitely been a huge inspiration and help to me here. You know, I talked a lot about Braden earlier because he's my position, and obviously I go up against him a lot. But I would say Fletcher's been just as big of a help and inspiration to me.
That's awesome, man. Aaron, we really appreciate your time. You're welcome on anytime. Like I mentioned, maybe we can have a Fine Fridays at some point and get you back on again. It's been great. We do truly appreciate you for hopping on, and good luck against Oakland. And then just one final question on the way out. Your teammate, Braden Smith, he just started a podcast with Sleepers Media called Running Point, debuted last night, and receiving good feedback. I really enjoyed it. Have you had a chance to watch it, or do you plan to?
So I've watched a couple clips. I haven't had the chance to watch the whole thing yet. I was planning to, like I'm sure that they talked about a lot of great things. You probably saw a different side of Braden that a
Yeah.
lot of people haven't seen before. You know, he's really a cool guy. He's friendly. You know, on a basketball court, you can't always tell that. One thing I always really like admired about Braden is that like he's cocky, but he backs it up. You
Right.
know, like he like doesn't take like anybody's crap out there. You know, and just like you wouldn't really think that he off the court would be like that. And I think it's really cool that he's getting the chance to show that.
Awesome. And last part of that, who would be the best podcast host on the team outside of Braden, if you could pick?
Best podcast host.
We don't know if TKR would ever stop talking if he got going.
Yeah, TK can get going. I don't think if you want TK to be your podcast host, though, I think he's your guest appearance for a night. Best podcast host, I'd probably say maybe Liam Murphy.
Okay.
He's a pretty smart guy. And plus, I think he probably has a bunch of great stories from his travels. You know, being from New York, playing a couple different places. I think I think he'd be a pretty good podcast host.
That's awesome, man. Well, hey, thanks again. We appreciate you a lot for joining us. It means a lot to us as a small podcast, and hopefully we can talk to you again or talk to some of the other players with you or something.
Mm-hmm.
But really do appreciate it, and good luck tomorrow. And have a good night, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah, see you.
You too, man. See ya.
All right. Well, that was Purdue's Aaron Fine. Had a great time talking with him. Hopefully, everybody learned a little something, and and I think it went pretty well. And hopefully, he'll come back on sometime, or we can get some other players too. But that was a really good time, really fun. He seems like a cool guy, pretty funny dude.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone who showed up and was in the comments and, just joining us and supporting us. Thanks, Blake, Insignium, Jameson, Kylie, everybody that joined. we're extremely grateful to Aaron for jumping on with us, taking time. We know everyone's lives are busy now, so thank you for supporting us. And
yeah, please
we'll
like and subscribe if you're not subscribed
Yeah.
already. We're trying to grow this thing a little bit, so it'd be awesome. It really helps us if you hit that like button and you guys subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So we had up to I think 20, 25 live viewers today, which is big for us. So if we can get everybody to subscribe and like, that'd be awesome. We'd really appreciate it. And thanks for watching. We'll have some more, and turn on bell notifications so when we do go live in the future, you guys get alerted and can cop on and talk ball with us.
Thanks again, guys. We'll see you next.